Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? Are you in a place where, like, the USP, the packages that are left on the doors are getting stolen? Or it's not like it's any different than any other year, really, because we've had, packages stolen off people's porches before. My point is, the people stealing these packages, what the hell are you doing? Do you think you're going to find something in there so great that you can hawk it? It's stupid. And then, so I've been helping out my friend, Ashley, and the one day I was there to help her, this guy came in and he was telling me how somebody stole his bike, really cool old bike, out of his backyard. Like, out of his backyard. And then on Facebook, I'm seeing all these posts recently about people stealing bikes, or their bikes are getting stolen right off their property. And I'm just like, people, if you want a bike, they're not that expensive. I mean, go work for it. Seriously, like, go work for it. I know I was complaining about kids working and what they buy, but hell, at least they're buying their stuff and they're not stealing it. I don't know if I really want to go there. There are jobs everywhere. Everywhere. Businesses are hurting for employees. You can go get a job dang near anywhere unless you have a disability or there's a reason. I get it. There are people out there that they can't work. I totally understand that. But for you, if you can climb over a damn fence and steal a bike, you can work. Go get yourself a job. When you're stealing from a local business, you're not just hurting the business. You're hurting the person who supplies that business with product. You're hurting them. You're hurting their family. You're actually hurting yourself too, because you know what happens? Prices go up. Because it costs that business, they might have to get a new security system. They might have to get a better security system. They might have to get, more to it, which costs them more, which goes down the chain, the line of the chain, which costs you more. Even though you don't think it that way, it does. But yeah, so something big, not big, but big, in my eyes, big, got stolen from this store. And I'm just like, people are crap. And you wonder why people get mad at other people or why they, get on their soapboxes and preach. Well, pull your head out of your butt and quit. Just quit. Be a good person. Like, do these people not have a conscience? Obviously not. And like I've said before, this has been a crappy year, and as for a lot of people, but don't steal from other people. Don't steal from other people. They are probably in the same situation or worse off than you are, and you don't know that, so you can't judge. Just because somebody drives a newer vehicle doesn't mean they have it made. Just because somebody acts like they have money doesn't mean they actually have money. There's all these, you just don't know. You really don't know. Don't be a bad person. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. You need to find a way to fix your problem. Don't take it out on other people. Don't hurt other people to help yourself. Because you're passing along this chain of hurt people hurt people. Healing people heal people. That's the type of person we should be. Healing people to heal people. You don't go around hurting other people because basically that's how evil gets passed on. That's how bad deeds and bad examples are shown to our young people. And guess what? They do it because, well, Dad did this when he was little, so why can't I? Right? Okay, that's a little dark, but I was really ticked. Like, it's been stewing on me for a little while here, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to bring it to you and see what you guys think about it. Not that there's a lot of you out there, but still, you know, you can respond. You know, tell me what you think. I mean, not all people who steal are bad, but they're doing bad things, and it's wrong. End of story. But anyway, today I figured I'd bring you something to help you with the stress of the holidays. Not really. It is my homemade deodorant recipe. I've used it for a few years now. It's pretty tough. It's pretty basic, a little bit, kind of in a way. But it does work. But if you're used to using Secret or I don't even know these other, if it's an antiperspirant you're using, you're going to need to detox first because otherwise you're going to be irritated and it's just bad. It's just bad. You basically have to detox. I'm not going into that. You can research that, how to detox your armpits yourself. You might need a whole body detox actually. But so this is my homemade deodorant. I'm going to leave you the recipe in the video. But anyway, 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. Be a healing person who heals others. But anyway, let's go check out this video. And to our activity today. First, we're going to start with 23 grams of coconut oil. And like I said, I will put the recipe at the end. But 23 grams of coconut oil. You can infuse this with flowers like violets and stuff like that if you want to. I used to. I don't do it anymore. Don't have time. And then 15 grams of shea. Raw shea is fine. You know, I like raw shea. I don't know why. Like, you know, because it does have a very, it can be a very overpowering smell, but I mean, it's, I don't know. And 10 grams of cocoa butter and 14 grams of beeswax because we need something to thicken it. I've done a lot of different deodorants over the past few years, okay? And like I know some people are irritated by baking soda, and that you can interchange with other different powders like arrowroot or tapioca starch, you know. But baking soda is a very important ingredient, and my zeolite clay. So my green zeolite is kind of on the thicker side if you've gotten it from, or particle size is bigger if you've gotten it from Crafter's Choice. And I mean, really, people complain and all this stuff, and I'm like, well, check your ingredients before you make a humongous batch of something, right? And for me, I just grind it. And then it's nice and fine and thin, and so you gotta melt those butters and the oil and the beeswax, you know, till you get a nice fluid. I guess I'm not going for fluid here. I have to add more oils, you guys. Okay. So to this, we are adding 6 grams of hemp seed oil. And also we are going to add 6 grams of, you can add, I add karanja oil. You can add neem, which is really stinky, or you can add babasu. Okay? Little substitutions if you don't have the karanja. So once it's all melted, well, it's melting at the moment, we're going to add our powders to this little cup here. So I'm going to add the green zeolite clay, which is fine ground, very fine ground. That's my timer to allow my oils to cool, my shea to set, you know. So we're adding the baking soda, and that comes in at 6 grams of baking soda. And then we are adding 2 grams of cornstarch. Guys, look for non-GMO, look for organic. Just do a good thing because you're sticking it somewhere that's going to absorb it all. And then I do add 4 grams of arrowroot powder. So like I said, you could substitute all of the arrowroot for the baking soda. But I would slowly add it more and more and incorporate it. Just, you know, if you have a problem getting used to it. And then we add 2 grams of diatomaceous earth, which is an odd thing, but it just seems to do a good job. I've tried it without it, and I don't know what it does. It's shell flour, you guys. Shell flour. You can eat it. This is the edible one. Make sure you can eat it. Then we're adding 3 grams of bentonite clay. Bentonite is known for its absorption properties, so definitely a good thing to put in there in our deodorant. And then I'm adding some kaolin clay. 3 grams is what that comes in at. And clays are good for you guys. Don't be afraid of them. Next, we just add our, I guess I wasn't adding it to that. Okay. But I'm mixing it up really good because once I put it into my oils, you can't just pour it off. Okay. There's a lot of dry ingredients in there. 164. That looks good. A lot of dry ingredients in there, and you just want to make sure that it's incorporated. I'm adding 4 drops of frankincense and 4 drops of lemongrass. Maybe. I think that's the one I'm making. And you can research which oils are good for, deodorant properties. I knew a girl who used to use Thieves spray, and I'm like, that's pretty potent stuff. You can one spritz. I mean, really. Ugh. But anyway, the hardest part of this whole thing is mixing this and keeping those powders from falling to the bottom. So basically, I will keep mixing this until it is thick. Oh, I need some more scent in there. This is strictly for me, so, you have to do you. But I just keep mixing it until it is thick enough. See, it's still not thick enough because you get the clays fall, the diatomaceous earth will sink, that's shell powder. And so I just keep mixing it. And of course the beeswax is the thickener, so you got to be patient. You could put this under a bowl of ice water or in a bowl of ice water, but I just, when I did that the one time, it just seemed to cool off too fast. And then I had, this solid chunk on the bottom, and it didn't work for me. But, you can play around and test it how you want to. And so once it's thick, see this nice thick, see, where nothing's going to fall through, so that my powders in there are consistent throughout. I just pour it into this little container, and then I have a little spoon that I use to take about a pea-size amount and put it on there. Will this turn your clothes green? If you have pretty white bras or underthings, it might turn it green, and I'm not one to go and soak things to get them white, so it'll turn it a little bit green. I've never had my shirts turn green or anything like that. And it just absorbs really, really fast. And there you have it, just a little do-it-yourself for you to do this Christmas vacation. As promised, here are the ingredients and lists, and they all have good beneficial properties for deodorant. So I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.